What's going on, guys? It's Ryan from Ryan Christmas Reviews, and today is Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. And it means it's time to check out the books for this week, the previews. And we're going to check out previews. We're going to check out DC. We're going to check out Image, Marvel. We're going to look at all of them, see what's coming out this week, see what we got. And fingers crossed we got some good stuff. So let's take a look. Okay, we are on the previews website, and we are going to check out, see what we got this week. So from Image Comics, we've got Crossover number 7. I don't read this series, but I have heard a lot of people talk and be pretty high on this series. Let's take a look here. That's kind of just doesn't really, the description there doesn't really give us a lot. It's a cool cover though, with Chip Zdarsky right there. That's pretty neat. So I'm also going to have up the League of Comic Geeks website, so we can check out any variants that might pop up here. That's my pull list. Let's go to New Comics. Let's check out Crossover, because they've got a whole, they kind of show the variants. Alright, so we've got a Spider-Man No More dress variant, which is pretty cool there. You got the Virgin variant, you got the 1 in 10, you got a 1 in 50, Chew and New CGV Singapore exclusive variant, a Hal Lauren exclusive variant. That's like, as I said, that's a Dark Knight Rises homage, and then you got a 1 in 25, which is kind of cool. So we've got Department of Truth number 10. So I'm jumping onto this series this week. I've heard some pretty good things about this series. I'm late to the party as usual, because it always seems like I'm always late on the good books. So we're going to jump on that this week. Hopefully it'll be good. You got a variant cover here as well, and another variant here. So that is a mature reader, in case you did not know that. You probably did. Made in Korea number 2 of 6. Monstrous number 35. We've got Spawn 319. And you guys can go back and watch my Friday video where I talked about Spawn's Universe number 1. I loved it. It was a great opening to this series, and I'm expecting the same out of Spawn, the regular title, going forward as well. It's been pretty good so far. I've enjoyed it, and I think it's just going to get even better. So looking forward to that. You had a couple variants there. Nice one there. Another one here. Let's go back over here. Let's see what we've got, because I'm sure Spawn's probably got a whole bunch of variants this week. No, that's all they got. So they've got the cover B, McFarlane, cover C, and then a black and white version of that cover. Let's see, let's check this cover out up close. Yeah, it looks real cool. Awesome. And then we've got That Texas Blood number 7. I do not read that one. Hopefully, if anybody out there reading it, drop down in the comments. Let me know if it's any good. It looks interesting. Two Moons number 5. And then we've got Walking Dead Deluxe number 11. Or, excuse me, number 10 second printing. Then we've got 11 second printing, 12 second printing, 7 second printing. So you got all these headshot variants here. We flip down to Dark Horse, and you guys know I'm not currently reading any Dark Horse books. That will change with the Masters of the Universe one coming out here in another month, I think. I think it comes out in August. Far Cry Rite of Passage number 2. Parasomnia number 1. And Witch's Lament number 2 with a couple variants. So we're on to IDW. We've got Kanto and City of Dragons, number 3 of 3. Chained to the Grave, number 4. A couple trades. A couple more trades. Marvel Action Captain Marvel, number 4. Marvel Action Spider-Man, number 3. MLP Transformers 2, number 3. With a variant. Sonic the Hedgehog, hardcover. Star Trek Year 5, number 21. Not reading Star Trek right now. Don't really know much about it going on. I used to read it quite a bit, but just kind of got out of it. Star Wars Adventures Weapon of Jedi number 2. And Usagi Yojimbo Dragon Bellow Conspiracy number 1. That seems like that's been a pretty popular book so far, so might be something to jump on. Oh, Transformers Beast Wars number 5. Don't forget about that. I don't really read IDW. I'm thinking about picking up a couple series. The G.I. Joe series, I used to read that. It was another one of those love-hate books for me. I may pick up Power Rangers too. I think it's been, from what I've been hearing, it's been pretty interesting. And then we're on to Marvel. So we got Avengers Mech Strike, number 4 of 5. Not reading that one. You got a variant cover there. Got Beta Ray Bill, number 4 of 5. I've heard pretty good things out of that series. Again, haven't read it. Then Black Cat Annual number 1. So this continues the Infinite Destiny storyline. So let's jump over here and see if we can see if it's got any extra variants than what they're showing on there. There's Black Cat. Black Cat Annual number 1. So you see the cover there. Oh yeah, so we got a couple variants here. That was the one that was showing on the other. That's a nice cover, real nice. Then we've got a 125 Sharp variant. It's not a bad cover there. Not a huge fan of that one. I like the one before it better. Steven Sergoa. That's a B cover. That's a Virgin cover too, because you got the trade right there. That's the variant A. Segovia maybe, and then a Ron Lim connecting variant. I didn't know this series had connecting variants. I wish I would have known that. I'm assuming that the Infinite Destinies is the connecting variants. If I would have known that, I would have been picking those up. I may have to go back and see if I can find them. But I actually kind of like that cover too. That's not a bad looking cover. I think my favorite one though is this one. So that's probably the one I don't know. I'm torn between that one and the connecting. I like the connecting variants just because I like to collect them all. You know, I'm that way. You see it there again. We got Black Knight Curse of Ebony Blade number 4, Black Widow number 8 with a Spider-Man Villains variant. I believe that is the only variant on there, but we will check it. But I'm pretty sure last I looked that was the only one, unless they added a couple. I've enjoyed this series so far, so looking forward to it. Yeah, that's the only one they got. It's the Spider-Man's Villain variant. Really looking forward to this, to continuing on that story. Cable number 11. Daredevil number 31. I'm jumping on to Daredevil in this one. I've, again, late to the party. I've heard the last few issues have been really solid, so getting back on to Daredevil. I really like this Spider-Man Villains variant with Shocker. That's probably the one I'm going to go after. I really like that one the best. I'll tell you what, let's see if Daredevil's got any variants other than those. It's right there. No, that's the only one he's got listed. So, looking pretty good there. I've always been a Daredevil fan. I've kind of gone back and forth with the book. There were times I enjoyed it. There's times I just kind of meh. So, jumping back on here. Eternals number 5 with a couple variants, or with a variant, a headshot variant of Athena. Jumping onto that title this week. In lead up to the movie, of course. Giant Size Amazing Spider-Man Chameleon Conspiracy number 1. If you guys watched my Friday video for the last few weeks, you've known how I felt about this storyline. I think this book needs a new direction, needs a new writer. Spencer he's all over the place, and I just really haven't enjoyed it the way I thought I would. I think the first book was okay, the first book in the storyline, and then it started to get kind of out there the last couple. So I think this is the finale, is what I'm hoping for. Yeah, epic conclusion of the Chameleon Conspiracy, which is good. That's good news. And that means that we are heading towards Sinister War rapidly, which can't get here soon enough, in my opinion. So, we'll continue on here. Got a couple trades. Now, we do have the new previews catalog out this week. I may do a video on that here coming up soon as well. Got Shang-Chi number 2 with a couple variants there. Look nice. I'll probably be picking that book up. Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 11. Star Wars High Republic number 6 with a variant. The Marvels number 3. I meant to pick that book up last week or the week before, I can't remember, and I didn't. So I'm jumping on here. Beautiful cover art. I mean, it's Alex Ross. What do you expect? I mean, he's one of the best. And look, you got Cap here. You got Bucky, and I'm not sure who this is here. Like I said, I haven't been on this series, so looking forward to jumping on here for this one. Then we've got United States Captain America #1. I'm going to give this title a shot. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but it's only a 5-shot or a 5-run miniseries. So I really feel like you can't, you at least give it a shot. If you don't like it, then you can always drop it, I'll be getting this cover. That's the Alex Ross cover. I mean, it's just, again, just solid as can be. And I think this one wraps around. Because you got the other, I think you have the other two, on there. So I believe that title is, they just kind of, the shield gets stolen, and then they go out searching for it, and they find all these other Captain Americas that's out through the country, and they try to find the shield. Which I'm not sure the storyline's really there, but I'm interested in seeing some of the different Captain Americas, how they're going to talk about those and bring those into the story. We got X Factor #10. This is the Hellfire Gala. I believe we are getting extremely close to being done. This might be the last book. I know this week is supposed to be the last week. This says The Last Dance at the Hellfire Gala. Secrets will be revealed, vengeance will be had, and someone's number is up. You'll never guess whose. So that's the connecting variant. That's the one I'll be picking up, and looking forward to finishing this story off. I think it had really good intentions to begin with, and I think it stalled out in the middle. I felt that it stalled out, and after. I feel like Planet-Size X-Men should have been the end of the talking, and that should have really started the action. And then the books that followed the next week, the action, it wasn't there. It went right back to talking. And I don't, they hyped up Planet-Size X-Men. Oh, this is the next biggest thing. This is going to be the biggest book since Giant-Size X-Men. You can't miss it. And honestly, I remember that they created the planet, and that's it. So we'll see what happens going forward. X Factor is probably not a book that I'm going to continue reading once this is up. It's probably going to be it for me. I'll stick with the X-Men #1 when it comes out in a couple weeks, and that is where we will. That's probably the only book we'll pick up. I don't know. I may continue Marauders. I think it's been okay. Way of X has been all right. I'm kind of on the fence about that one. The last one really kind of disappointed me. But again, that was the Hellfire Gala tie-in. So hopefully we'll be back in business with the X titles. All right. So you got a couple different variants there. You got the character design. You got the main cover. You got the connecting, and then you got a Pride variant. So flipping over to Dynamite, and this I don't think this is a very big week for Dynamite. I may be thinking next week, actually. We got Vampirella #21. Got the Perillo cover. A couple nice covers there. That's probably the cover I'll go for. I like these two covers, but I don't know if my shop will have them. This is not a big week for Dynamite. Just one book. So, yeah, I was right. Just one book. Vampirella is the only book. So I've been reading Vampirella. It's been okay so far. It's Vampirella. You read it, and you kind of forget about what happens, and you go read the next one. That seems like what it's been like for me. So moving on to Boom Studios, we got Basilisk #1, second printing, which I thought was a good opening to it. But I don't feel like, I'm a little worried going forward. I'm not sure that the story is going to be enough to hold that book for an extended amount of time. I think this is going to be like a very short book. I think, when you compare it to a couple of the other Boom titles, especially something as Killing the Children, I feel like that one's got a lot more run in it than Basilisk. I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong. I enjoyed the first book, don't get me wrong, but I get that feeling like it's going to be short-lived. Buffy #1, time for tea time, I guess. I don't read any Buffy. Dune House #8. Mega Man, Power Rangers Unlimited, Edge of Darkness #1. I said Power Rangers earlier, it's IDW, it's Boom, sorry. My mistake. Power Rangers Unlimited, Edge of Darkness #1, is the Yoon variant. I don't know. I may pick that. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not going to pick this up. That's a $7.99. I have a feeling this is a one shot. Answering Zordon's call, the Phantom Ranger investigates the aftermath of the Imperial attack, only to discover their connection to ancient evil he encountered long ago, which may have finally returned to threaten the entire universe. Rising star Frank Gogol, Dead End Kids, and artist Simone Ragazzoni, Power Rangers Draken New Dawn, present the first full appearance of the Phantom Ranger and a story that will ripple through the Power Rangers franchise. So it's a key book, first full appearance, it's a key book. It'll probably be a game time decision for me at this point. And we got Spectre and Spectres number 5 with a variant. We will only find them when they're dead, number 7 with a variant. So we flip into the third party independent. We got Barbaric number 1. Don't read that. 25th number 3. Archie 80th anniversary jumbo. Autumnal number 8. That's a tongue twister for me. Blade Runner 2029 number 5 with some variants. Blowtorch number 2 of 5. Broken Gargoyle Sin and Virtue number 1. That's a Source Point Press release. That's a mature read. By the Horns number 3 of 7. Scout Comics. Of course, Scout does the I believe it's Scout that does Blue Flame, if I remember right. Or is that Vault? That's Vault, sorry. I just checked it. Chess number 2, Second Sight Publishing. I think I have Chess number 1. I believe I ordered it and I have not read it. So that's probably another one. I'll probably try to read that before I decide if I want to order that one on Wednesday. Cult of Dracula number 4 of 6. This seems like it's been a really good book for a lot of people. I'm not really into vampires, but you know, if the story's good, I'm always up for it. I may pick that one up this week just to try it out. Don't know. Again, that just depends on how many books I have and what I kind of feel like spending this week. And we're going to keep scrolling down here. Duplicate number 2 of 5. Freak Show number 2. Couple variants. Girls of Dimension 13. As you can see, we just keep going, scrolling down here. Bunch of trades. And we get into Jungle Fantasy, which I still don't understand why they've continued on with that book, but they keep producing it. La Mierda, Retaliation, one shot. That's a Coffin Comics. That's the same one that produces Lady Death. Mighty Crusade, one shot. The Shield. That's a Rob Liefeld book. It looks kind of interesting, but don't know if probably skip it. Money Shot number 12. I've been reading Money Shot. I think it's a pretty funny book. I've enjoyed it so far. It's kind of a odd, weird book, but it's funny. It is a mature read for sure. And then we've got Nightmares of Providence number 1. That's an Avatar Press. We got a whole bunch of variants there. That's another mature read. Ninjas and Robots number 8. Some variants. Oz Annual Patchwork Girl One Shot number 1. That is a tongue twister with some variants. It's a nice looking cover there. Red Room number 2. Redemption number 5. Keep on scrolling down here. Tarot Witch of the Black Rose number 128. I've been reading tarot for years. I've mentioned Jim Ballin on this channel I don't know how many times. He's one of my favorite artists. So I always read tarot when it comes out. So that'll be a pickup. They Fell from the Sky number 5. Undone by Blood, Other Side of Eden number 4. That's Aftershock. White number 1 from Black Mass Comics. This looks like a political type book. The the team that asked, "What if only black people had superpowers?" is back with the sequel to the critically acclaimed series Black, which I didn't even know that existed. I have never heard of that. So I'm not really big on political stuff. I don't really talk politics a lot, so I kind of stay away from that stuff. I know Department of Truth is kind of that way, but from what I've heard, it's different. But I'm giving it a go because it's Tynan, and I've enjoyed Something That's Killing the Children and a lot of his stuff, so I'm going to give it a go. Witchblood number 4. You Promised Me Darkness number 3 from Behemoth. My shop usually always gets that, and it's usually sold out, so that's an indication it's a decent book. And Zorro Land That Forgot number 1. Oh, that's a Virgin. That's a second release Virgin. So we're going to flip over to DC, and there's not a lot of DC books this week for me. I think there's only one, and it's on this front here. We got Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries Extravaganza number 1. Don't read it. Then you got a couple hardcovers. I like this Harley Quinn cover. Real nice. Then we got Catwoman 2021 Annual number 1. This is the book I will be picking up. And I haven't decided between this one or the Liam Sharp cardstock. Sharp is the one doing the art on Batman Reptilian. And I've really enjoyed it. And the art here looks pretty solid. Again, I will probably pick up the cardstock because it looks like it's pretty good. But the problem is when you pick up the cardstock, and I'll show you this, it's $7 because it's an annual. But the art on this looks really nice, so that's probably the one I will get. And we've got Green Arrow 80th Anniversary 100-page Super Spectacular number 1 with a whole slew of variants here. It's that's a cool one, old school variant. A whole bunch of them. And there's more. And we got Infinite Frontier Secret Files number 1 one-shot. You guys probably saw if you go back and look at my Friday book. This was in my top 5 picks of the week. Was Infinite Frontier number 1. This says, are you ready for the new Infinite Frontier series? Do you have the lowdown on all the characters? If not, this print edition of the digital first Secret Files series will tell you everything you're dying to know. So, I'm not picking this book up. It's $10. I feel like if I really want to go find out the background of the characters, I'll just go find it. I don't think it's worth $10. That's, I don't even, how many pages, did it say how many pages? I don't think it says how many pages. So, no, that one's not for me. What's the cost on this? See, the Green Arrow book is the same, and it's 100 pages, so this needs to be at least 100 pages, but it's probably not. And then we've got some trades, and then we've got Teen Titans Academy 2021 yearbook number 1. Again, I'm assuming this is their annual, and normally I would probably pick this up, but I have been very disappointed with Teen Titans Academy so far. I'm getting tired of the Red X storyline, and it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. It hasn't felt like it's moved off of the start. And it just, no thanks. So, again, that's as good. It's going to be a pass for me. So, it's a $7 book. You might want to pick it up. If you've been reading Teen Titans, you liked it, pick it up for sure. But that's going to be it for this week. Like I said, I don't think this is a big week for me. Probably around 10 to 15 books. So, if I'm under 15, some of those books I talked about being on the fence, I'll probably pick them up. And hopefully we will we'll have some good reads this week. I think there's some good looking books out there, but there's also some books that have the potential to be duds, and that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So appreciate y'all watching the video. Please like and subscribe. If you guys haven't checked out, we went to Collecticon yesterday. Go check out that video. It's up on the channel. We just did a little event tour. I basically just turn the camera on and we walk through and try to show everything to everyone, because I know some people aren't doing cons yet in your states, But here in Texas, this is actually the second Collecticon. The first one was maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I don't remember exactly when. It was towards the beginning of the year, and it was about half this size, and people were jam packed in there. So they opened up more space, started invited some more celebrities. There's a couple Power Rangers in the video. We didn't get a chance to go up and talk to them, but I did get them in the video of them signing autographs and stuff like that. So go check that out. We appreciate it. And please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Have a good weekend, guys. Stay strong. We'll make it through the week. Take care.